Welcome back to Reality Remix. Joining me now is a performer who took America by storm and continues breaking new ground by breaking new talent. Please welcome the one, the only, Deborah Gibson.
Hello,
Deborah.
Hello.
You're sparkling in purple sequins and I love it.
I match the set.
Yes.
Yes.
I covet your wardrobe. When did you go from Debbie to Deborah?
Well, actually, I was always Deborah, and I went from Deborah to Debbie. And
For the
Debbie,
pop career when you were 16 years old?
Yes, that was the one concession I made with the label, and it's funny because they wanted me to be Debbie G or just Deborah or any name that sounded like I was going to have one dance hit and go away, basically. And so when they came around to Debbie Gibson, I was like, okay, fine, at least it sounds like a name, even though my friends and family always call me Deborah.
Yeah.
So that was very much a stage name, and I went back to Deborah as my stage name when I was about 27 and going into Beauty and the Beast on Broadway.
Well, you started your pop career when you were probably 14 or 15 years old, and that's when Britney Spears started. And now her life is a mess. Is it because she's grown up in a completely different era, or is this all by her doing?
You know, it's a little bit of both. I mean, definitely the things that exist now, it's definitely magnified now.
Yeah.
However, I still had the pressure from the record company executives to actually be a little more edgy, be a little more scandalous. You know, they were trying to put me in that, you know, kind of tarted up image and little black dress and heels when I was 18, and I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So that did always exist, like that lure of we need attention, we need media, we need, how can we get it, you know? And I was always like, nah, I'd rather just make my music, and if it's not that exciting to people, that's fine.
Yeah.
So that did always exist, but it definitely is worse now.
You are now mentoring pop stars on the internet with Total Pop Star. Tell me about the show.
For people that don't live in one of the 4 towns that American Idol comes to, and they don't want to line up with 8,000 people, you know, and this also has no cap on the age, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So it's just a more open way of talent reaching people, and you know, there's a legitimate record deal at the end, and we're going to be working with the winner, producing and writing for them.
Wow.
So it's a really, really cool thing. It's it really just opens up. It makes the world smaller.
Yeah.
I mean, it really allows people to be in their bedroom. They don't have sheet music. They don't have fancy karaoke tracks or equipment to record. They can just stand there and sing a cappella. In fact, we prefer that.
Yeah.
Because you can really tell what's going on.
You did Playboy. You finally showed him. Was
I
that
did.
hard?
I showed boobs and booty. Wouldn't show anything else, which is why I got relegated to the inner cover. Like, technically I had the cover, so they made it like a pull-out cover because I didn't show enough. Like, they joked that they've never had a bigger clothing/styling budget for a nude photo shoot. Because I wanted to do it my way.
Exactly.
But like, me showing anything was a big deal because
Cindy Crawford didn't show beef.
I was the biggest prude ever as a kid, so I think me showing anything was cover-worthy personally, but you know.
Now, is it weird having people put makeup on your boobs? Do you just get used to it after the end of the day and like, yeah, here
I
I
gotta
am.
tell you, it was so not weird. I'd already done Cabaret and Chicago and Gypsy and done these kind of burlesque shows where not only are you like kind of in your skivvies on stage, but you're moving around. You're you know, and you're
You better have a good
and
wax,
you're
is what you're
acting
saying,
and
yeah.
you're like and you're, you know, not to sound all artsy fartsy, but you're really emotionally vulnerable and raw, and that to me is harder than, like, to me the photo shoot was such a controlled atmosphere that it was no big deal.
Well, you didn't have to remember anything.
Exactly.
Like,
I had no
words
lines to remember. Yes, I just had to stand there
No character to embody.
and say, look at how hard I've been working out.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it because, you know what? I don't have one fake thing on my body. I think I'm someone who has a very normal, athletic girl's body. I eat what I want to. I, you know, go through spurts of working out and not working out and whatever. And I just felt great about saying, it's a body. Who cares?
Yeah.
You know?
Well said. So continue doing reality shows, so we have much more to talk about. Thank you so much, Deborah
Thank
Gibson.
you. Good
so
to see you
beautiful.
again.
The most
Thank
beautiful
you.
eyes. I got lost in them, truly. Wednesday's reality lineup is so charismatic, it's siphoning votes from Barack Obama. Believe it. On Fox's